Okay, so today we're going to be making chicken parm casserole. Now, before I get into this video, I'm going to make sure I tell you guys, before I get into the video, if you're looking for a healthy chicken parm recipe, this is not the recipe for you. Just letting you know right off jump. And then I'm going to sprinkle on some parsley flakes. If you want accurate measurements of everything in the recipe, it will be below the video in the description bar. Now I'm going to add the basil leaves, and then I'm going to sprinkle some thyme on it for more flavor. Next, I'm going to add in the poultry seasoning. Then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of accent on the chicken as well. And then lastly, I'm going to add black pepper. Now I'm just rubbing the seasonings into the chicken. However, if you don't want to use your hands, I guess you could use like a spoon or a fork or something, but I'm using my hands. Okay, so now you want to take that chicken and set it aside and grab yourself 3 bowls. In the first bowl, you want to crack 2 eggs and beat them. In the second bowl, I'm going to add about 2 cups of flour. And then in the last bowl, I'm going to add about 2 cups of panko breadcrumbs. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys how I get my chicken really crunchy. First, you're going to dip it in the flour. Then you dip it in the eggs. And then you dip it in the panko bread. And you see how the chicken is fully coated. So once we fry it, none of the flour is going to come off of it or anything. Now you're just going to repeat that step with all of your chicken. Alright, so now I'm just going to fry the chicken to a nice golden brown color. So every time I'm done frying a piece, I just take it and I put it separate on a plate. And then that's where I put all the fried chicken when I'm done with it. Now I just continue doing that same step over and over until I'm finished frying all of my chicken. Okay, so now I'm just warming up 1 jar of spaghetti sauce on top of the stove. But actually, instead of using 1, I would suggest use like 1.5 or maybe even 2, just so you can have more sauce. Now I'm going to add in some oregano leaves. And then next, I'm going to be sprinkling in some black pepper. Again, if you want accurate measurements, look below the video in the description. I'm going to put all of the correct measurements. Next, I'm going to be adding in some poultry seasoning. Then lastly, I'm just going to add a tablespoon of sugar into the sauce. Okay, so now that you're all done with the sauce, you want to just take a bowl and take one sleeve of Ritz crackers, crush them up, and then add that in with 1 cup of cheese and mix it all together in the bowl. And just set that aside because we're going to be using that later for the top of our chicken parm. And oh, guys, sorry if I sound like real muffly and stuffy and out of breath. It's because I have a cold right now. It's not because like I'm a heavy breather or anything. It's just because like I have a bad cold. So now I'm just taking a little teeny bit of the sauce and putting it in a pan. I'm not putting all of the sauce in the pan, just enough to cover it. That way the chicken doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. Okay, so now that the pan is fully coated, I'm just going to add in the chicken. It kind of looks a little funky the way I put it in there, but I just wanted to be able to fit like all the chicken inside. All right, so now I'm going to take the remainder of the sauce and spread it over the chicken. Remember when I said you needed like 1.5 cans and two? See, now look at what I did. That's exactly why you need two or 1.5 because I only had one. And as you can see, it was kind of hard to spread all of the sauce all over all of the chicken. Okay, so now we're going to take the crushed up Ritz crackers and cheese from what we made earlier and just sprinkle it evenly over everything. All right, so now all we have to do is take some butter and put it on top just like so, and then pop it in the oven. All right, so that's the finished product when it comes out the oven. I put it in the oven for about 45 minutes. I just made some egg noodles to go with it. And that's what your food should look like when you make your plate. Yep, I'm Kiana Gray, and that's how you make chicken parmesan. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for recipes you would like me to make, comment it below and I'll make it.